Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. So today's trade recap is going to be how I scalped the leading gapper. This was the leading gapper in the entire market. It was gapping up over 100%. Socket Mobile, SCKT. It was on everybody's top of the list. So one of the keys in trading is to focus on that one stock. Now, I said this yesterday, the day before, to focus on that one stock is all you need to do to make money day trading. You don't want to be all over the place. You want to focus on the one obvious stock. So that was this. And to be quite honest with you, when I first saw that Socket was, blowing up because of earnings, that was the catalyst. I looked back at the last couple earnings reports for this company, and each day after the earnings, we gapped up and then sold directly off. So I really did not think that we were going to see the move that we saw from Socket today. And even the float wasn't very small. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was around 40 million, which is not huge, but it's also not, under 10 million, where you can see these crazy moves. So anyway, going into it, I saw it was the leading gapper to start the day. It was already up 100% before 7 a.m. So I didn't think that there was much more, to go with that particular, ticker symbol. Well, I was wrong. So I took advantage of the price action once I saw the volume pour in and once I saw a key level break. And this is going to be really important because I don't just trade a top gapper without, doing a little technical analysis before I trade it. I like to look at the daily chart first. That is the first thing I do, after looking at the catalyst and seeing why it's up. So it's catalyst, it's float, and then I look at the daily chart to see what it's done in the past to get a good indication on maybe there's some key levels that need to break. So here we go. Sharing the trade. So I made $220 trading this stock today. 400 shares, quick scalps. So I'm going to start on the daily chart. This is the daily chart. As you can see on the earnings, we gap up and sell off. Over here, we gapped up, sold off. I wasn't really expecting much, but I did notice, because at the time we were trading around 11. So I noticed that the last high was 1172, which was back here. That was the last high. So, some people may have had that line drawn out on their charts. Once we got past that, well, then we had room, up to 1870 here. We had room up to, the 17s, and then we hit a high of 35. So if we broke 1172, there was some more room to run, is basically what I figured before, getting into the trade. So if we look at it on the 1 minute and we pull this back to where I was scalping it, I'll show you where I got involved. So I got involved right when we broke that level. And this thing came out of nowhere. At 8 o'clock in the morning, it went from 10:30 all the way to $12. So almost a $2 move in about 5 minutes. And that's when the volume started to pour in. And that's when I knew that this was going to be the one. This was going to be the trading stock, the vehicle in the pre-market that day traders were going to try to really take advantage of. And it gave a lot of moves here. My first entry was at 12.05, a nice pullback off this high, which was 12, let's see, about 12.41. We pulled back, and right here is a classic 1 minute pullback. Learn the 1 minute pullback on strong stocks. This is a 1 minute pullback, and then we got the absolute beautiful rip. I started to scale out of this right up here. I sold at 14.10, which was almost the high of this first move right here. I took 50 shares off, and then I took another 50 shares off right here when we started to pull back a little bit. This was a little bit of a losing trade right here. I was expecting another move here, but it was fine. We started to pull back because this was a very, very big move, and it was totally reasonable to pull back to the VWAP. Now, when all the day traders are looking at one particular stock, more often than not, you're going to get a bounce off of VWAP, which is right here. And that's where I got involved again on another share. So I got 50 here, 50 there, 50 there, 50 there. And I scalped this whole move up, selling up here at the 1469s. Traded this stock really, really well. So the 1 minute pullback right here, just above a key level. This was a great entry on 100 shares. This first move was, you know, almost $180, give or take. That was a really good trade. And then waiting for the pullback to VWAP, which is right here. As you can see, I just stopped out. So I stopped out before it broke through the 9 EMA. It broke through, and then that's when I waited to see if VWAP would hold. It did, of course. This was a very strong stock. We got the bounce off VWAP, and then another leg of trading. So to sum it up, this is filled with the top gapper, the catalyst, everything going for it. It was the one stock that everybody was looking at. It was the top gapper. It was gapping over 100%. That's where you're going to see these 1 minute pullbacks work. That's where you're going to see the VWAP, bounce of VWAP, give you another trade. These types of stocks that are on everybody's, radar are going to hold up a lot better. And I noticed when we got up into these levels that, especially right around here, when price was holding, because there was some resistance here, if you can tell, right around here, there was a lot of resistance. And when it was holding up here instead of tanking, that's when I knew that, buying here at $14 and selling up here at $14.69 would be a good play. We were over the 9, we were holding up at resistance, and this kind of, it kind of gives you a little bit of a, flag break here, almost like a flat top breakout. So the flat top breakout is this purple line, and then you have this trend line here, the blue trend line, and you have price consolidating. This is a flat top breakout. So, this stock gave you the 1 minute pullback, the bounce of VWAP, and a flat top breakout, all in 1 hour worth of trading range. So learn the patterns. It gave you every pattern to trade. And I took advantage of every single pattern that stock gave me. The key is to focus on the one stock. Find the one stock that everybody is trading, and those patterns will hold up so much better. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I was at the beach again today, so I've been getting a lot of sun the last 2 days and, enjoying some family time. So everybody, I will see you this weekend with whatever video we post, maybe an outlook, maybe some stocks to watch, because the overall market, we're just ripping and roaring. Once we broke through that, level and we didn't do a triple top, there's a next leg, higher here, obviously. So we're going to have some maybe good stocks to watch. Everybody enjoy the weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.